I'm used to being kidnapped now, and it's my only solution to problems to just go to the enemy and let them investigate me. That's what I learned in my past experience.
All right. So how do we try and potentially get to the bottom of this without getting ourselves arrested?
Everybody give me a danger sense roll, please.
Maybe we should get out of the street.
Maybe we should.
Yes.
Maybe we should go to ground somewhere. Yes.
Yeah. You're thinking what she just said is possibly the thing that she has said that has made the most sense of anything she has said in a long time, possibly ever. You are just, it's amazing her powers of fucking observation and shit. As you guys continue standing on the street with only a small newspaper between you and the long arm of the law.
I want some alcohol.
There it goes.
Do I see a bar nearby?
We don't want to go into a bar. That is going to draw us lots of attention.
We'll find out. Hold on a second. Yeah, but she doesn't think like you do. She's like, shop. No, it's not a Clem's. I'm trying to find where the Clem's is here.
Yeah, that's what I'm exactly trying to do as well. Where's Clem's again?
I thought there was one here, but I've got the player's map open. No wonder I can't find it. Jesus.
I know there's a Clem's here, but I can't remember where it was.
Millwix, there it is.
Because we used it.
There's all the secret shit I've written down. Clem's. You guys are near the high street where lots of guards regularly hang out because there's gem sellers and shit like that here, as well as the bank, the mint, etc. Yana, from where you are standing, the only possibilities of drink is either the Yellow Butterfly Tea House or there's the King's Row Inn, which looks like a posh hotel. Pete, you recognize that as one that you've tried to rent rooms in. By the way, as a side note for Pete, if you can ever accumulate enough money to just buy a place, then you can pretty much make it open to the PCs as opposed to just you and whoever you're with.
Yeah. I've got to wait for some money to build up to allow for that yet.
I start moving towards the tea house.
I put my hand on her shoulder and steer her away.
Let's see. Now we're doing a strength roll here. Pete, what is your strength score? Yana, what is your strength score? Because alcohol is fucking screaming to her. She hasn't had a drink all day, and it's almost noon. For her, this is showing remarkable restraint, like missing breakfast restraint.
Exactly. Mine is 71.
God damn, you're fucking strong. Okay, so we'll put his up by 15. So Yana, roll a 35 or less to slowly drag him toward the tea house.
No.
Apparently your power of alcoholism is not quite as powerful as he is.
What?
Come on. This way.
But you guys are feeling super horribly fucking exposed here. Like it's only a matter of time before somebody comes by the statue of the white unicorn spewing water from its horn and fucking arrests you.
Can we at least walk and not stand here in the middle of the
that's what I wanted to do. I'm thinking we go to Glip Glop district.
You guys notice also you're dressed a little bit differently than everybody else here. Not in the clothing, but everybody else has one crucial piece.
Yes, the black band, which we need to get hold of very quickly.
And also, don't forget what's the other thing that everybody in this city carries?
If they have a gun with something around it, holding it.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. If you've got a gun in a holster, then
weapons
that's
need to be
super awkward.
Yes.
Does anybody have any weapons out showing?
No.
No? Okay, everybody here is wearing a dagger, if you'll recall, with an ornate pommel, except you guys. You guys are feeling like you are doubly sticking out here, and so getting to Glip Glop district might be a bit tricky. Possible, but tricky.
All right. In the paper, Did it
Mhm.
have any drawings of us or of any of us?
No, I
Like
just
me.
mentioned Australians, but on
Okay.
the different page, it did mention like they still think of Australians in high regard, and they still call the fully automatic crank machine guns and stuff the Australian fingers. But
Mhm.
yeah, apparently they want you guys for some reason that's you're feeling like it may be unhealthy. It's up to you.
Potentially. Well, the Queen
But
just might want us to help again.
you may be, but offering a reward for you is
Yes. Well, we are hard to find.
Hmm.
yeah.
We're mysterious and hard to find and
Mm-hmm.
legendary potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. That's a ticket.
Yes. All right. We're going to Clem's.
You are standing in front of Clem's still.
We
You have
enter
not
into
actually moved.
Yes, we enter into Clem's.
You turn around, go back in. Basically, you came out of the barber shop to buy a newspaper. Aha!
My thinking is we go to another location and we get ourselves armbands and daggers.
Okay.
Hi, what can I do you for? Says Clem.
So, now the nature of the daggers they've got, Logan,
Mhm.
are they something that we think would be easily obtainable in Gothic
In
San
Gothic?
Angeles?
If you don't mind waiting for a while for them to be made, because
Yeah, that's
the
cool.
daggers here seem to have larger pommels so that you can have your special engravings and shit upon them.
We could kill someone and take his dagger.
That would be
Hi,
a bit
what can I do you
obvious.
for?
That would be a bit obvious, Eldred. All
Aw.
right. What about, for example, red carpet? Would the daggers such that we would potentially be able to find places that sell knives that would
Stock?
fit?
No. Again, it's something you'd need to, because there's no good
right.
reason under this green earth to have a pommel that big unless it's a display thing.
Yep. All right. So it's going to be
Which
very
it
hard
is.
to get them. I mean,
Hi, what can I do you for? Says Clem again. You notice he keeps saying it in exactly the same voice tonality and with exactly the same expression while you stand there.
All right. So how do we go about the daggers? We could potentially get away. I mean, the black armbands, I think, is going to be the main thing that'll help us blend in. Because depending on the weather.
Daggers.
But if people are wearing things like overcoats and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you could get away without displaying your dagger. Although most people seem to have them prominently displayed.
Yeah. I just mean until we can get somewhere to get our hands onto daggers, that would be potentially a way of.
Hi,
right.
What can I do you for?
So we'll be able to get black armbands from like Gothic. That's the nearest. That's the nearest one. We can get them from anywhere, but if we go to Gothic, that's probably just the easiest.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Yep. Shave, please.
Hot towel?
Yes, thank you.
Where are you going back to?
Gothic San Angeles, please.
And you too?
The same.
He sits you all down, puts hot towels across your face, cut to you're back in Gothic San Angeles, where there's a whole different set of dangers awaiting you. Hooray, you think.
We go and obtain black armbands that will allow us to fit in, and if necessary, adjust some of our clothing.
No worries. Yeah, you take care of that. It's pretty easy. Mark off a very small amount of money. You get some lovely black armbands that look kind of like everybody else's and stuff. Super.
Yep. Okay, lovely. Was there anything anybody wanted to get hold of before we head back there? Keeping in mind we can go to other locations.
I don't think so.
I'm open for anything.
Everybody give me a luck roll. Lower is better. I'm looking for at least at -30 here. Yeah.
All right. Just an aside, John, if you do not make it at -30, this would be an opportune time to play that lucky day card. If you make it. No, -27. Not quite negative 30.
Bummer.
What do I find that luck at?
Damn that lucky day card. I could just say, give me a critical luck roll and go with that, but
That's
All right.
right. And the lucky day card would make it.
At minus 30, I didn't, because I'm at I got a 39.
Alright. So, would playing the lucky day card make it in this circumstance, Logan?
of course.
All right. You may wish to play the lucky day card then, Johnny. John, to get it. Lovely.
So you played it? You got
Yes.
it? Okay. So everybody give me listen rolls. Low is good.
Made it.
You guys who make it hear a couple of locals talking about the great Yandoon and what a fool he is. He's got some sort of scheme he's working on getting people for. I heard he even contacted the Mercenaries Guild trying to get some people to go. He's some sort of, whoa, what's he trying to do, says another guy. He's attempting to increase his magical power and stuff because apparently anybody who goes on this thing with him becomes a more powerful sorcerer or some shit. That's bullshit. And besides, sorcerers, either you got the power or you don't. That's what I said. They bump spirit pentagrams and go about their business.
Okay.
Hmm.
And as an aside, it did occur to me where we potentially be able to get the daggers from just then, but which would be Beastkin Genovia. But I'm thinking at the current political situation, let's steer
It shows
clear of
people
that place.
being whipped. Where are the Australians? I can't know. I'm a baker. Did they eat bread?
Unless you really want to check that place out, Tommy, how about we go and look at this other obvious plot thread dangling in front of us?
It shows a guy come out. Find my pigs.
Now I'm trying to find where the alchemist known as the Great Yandoon.
Oh.
He's in the shit area of town. Lower East Side. Near the butcher, charcoal maker, slaughterhouse.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, alchemist, the Great Yandoon. All right, let's go there.
You
Oh, yeah,
sure you don't
where
want to go
house
back to Genovia?
Nah,
Well, maybe later.
maybe later. This might be a bit easier on Tommy as well.
It's up to you guys. I mean, I have no problem at all with you getting involved in
you do
high-level
not.
politics.
I know
Yeah.
you do not.
He would love nothing better than to see that. Right. No problem. As you guys are heading there, of course, you find random encounters. You guys overhear a couple of guys talking. He's like, "Come on, friends, I'll treat you all to a beer. My daughter made it into the Shadow Corps." And one of the guys goes, "But I heard it's really dangerous." And he's like, "They'll teach my little girl right." And another guy goes, "If she ever wants to get into politics, it's a needed step. Aren't you worried she'll be getting into danger being sent all over the place to deal with scum?" The guy whose daughter it is goes, no. Head off to the bar.
That's my bad.
You guys arrive into the heavy odors of basically, I don't know if you guys have ever hung out near a slaughterhouse before, but I'll tell you, it's not the kind of place you want to try to masturbate. It is just horrible there.
Sorry, I just got to go AFK quickly.
Dogs.
Annoying dog.
Yeah. I've tried to get him to cook his girlfriend's dogs, but he just won't do it.
I don't understand.
I don't either. It's a little sad, but nothing I can do about it. By the way, as you guys are heading there is a blacksmith right here called He Who Smelt It. Because you were talking about daggers and stuff.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, you get them
check it
working on
out.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
He Who Smelt It, SMELT, is the name of the blacksmith shop. It's a blacksmithing joke. They don't have time for a lot of humor, so they have to get it where they can. And of course, there's a large open-air bazaar and some factories where you can watch kids who work in the factories here because, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, the main thing is the horrible housing area that looks like it's made of matchsticks, and then they put tar on the roof to help with the burn. So I was just mentioning to these guys that right near where you're going to is the blacksmith shop, Pete, He Who Smelt It. So if you want to get them cooking on some of your daggers or whatever for when you get back, if you wanted to, you could. I don't think we can hear Pete yet. He may have muted himself.
Yes, I have muted myself.
You're a naughty
But
man.
I also don't have a. Oh, you might know what a cookery is anyway.
He's a blacksmith rather than a knife dealer, but you know,
Okay.
if
Yeah,
somebody can draw them what they want, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. I think there is an actual knife dealer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Clem's anyway. So yeah, there's sharps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be where I'd go to get more knives made.
I'm saying if you wanted to get them working on it while you're off doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, as I said, my other thought is that if it is something that's common for Genovians, then the Eastkin San Angeles probably has an easier place to go and get those already made.
Truth.
So, yeah.
Well, plus you haven't checked on your kids in a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
What is O?
I forget about them.
Oh, you
so
forgot
much
about
stuff going. This has to be some sort
the
of
twins.
jamming record.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, let's go visit the alchemist, the Great Yandoon.
No problem. You guys, it's almost like your nose is under constant fucking barrage. I mean, seriously, you'd rather snort napalm than go through this again. It's just amazingly horrifying. They stuck all the worst possible shit in the same district so they could try to apparently kill people. When you guys get into the Great Yandoons, there's various signs and such around for monster parts that he's trying to buy and whatnot. The Great Yandoon looks like somebody who recently got electrocuted all the fuck. And he's all stained up with his jacket's all stained with different stuff, and he's like, yes, are you here to buy potions?
Nope.
Oh.
No,
shit.
we are the lockpick gang.
Oh fuck, he puts up his hands.
No need for that.
We come in peace.
Oh God, no, please, he says.
I understand you're in need of some assistance.
What?
I understand that you're in need of some assistance.
I understand. He goes and gets money. He's like, how much will my insurance cost me?
We came to help you.
Of course. He's crying now. He's like, I've heard of the lockpick gang. They're the most ruthless gang.
I understand that you're looking for some people to help escort you when you go somewhere to protect you.
What would you say if the lockpick gang protected you?
How much is it going to cost me?
Well, I don't know. How much were you offering for people to protect you in your endeavor?
Jobs. He looks suspiciously at you. Are you really with the lockpick gang?
What did you just said?
Give me an intimidation roll, Yana, as you attempt to scare him to death.
Yeah, I crit.
Oh, Jesus, a crit. His pants become wet in the front. He's just staring at her. And she looks like she is ready to murder the fuck out of him. He just stares at her in horror.
Now, fuck. There's no need for that.
Come
What the
on,
fuck?
shotgun Joker.
Oh, he says, not fucking the shotgun Joker. He says, he babbles at you insanely.
Where's your alcohol?
Yes. He says,
Is your name Mel by any chance?
huh?
Is your name Mel by any chance? Is your actual name Mel by any chance?
No, I'm not named Mel by any chance.
Okay, I just knew a inventor scientist whose name was Mel, who you remind me of.
Oh, he says, so yeah, if you guys don't mind working with the Mercenaries Guild, I hired 2 of them, and I was hoping for a few more because I couldn't afford lots of people from Mercenaries Guild because the potions have been a bit woo. So yeah.
So what is the endeavor? What is it that you would like to hire? What is it that you're wanting to do?
I can't tell you until we get started, but I can tell you that it will increase your magical capacity and make you better. He notices your lack of spirit brands at parties and happy fun time, and it's paying well. I've been saving for a long time for this. I don't have much money, but I've saved it all for this because it's important. Because I'm going to be. Look, it pays a lot of money. He's really nervous about fuck, apparently.
Okay, so it pays a lot of money.
Yes. Well,
it will potentially increase it. It can potentially increase our magical potential.
I believe so. All of my studies have led to.
So if we were already at the level of a magus,
better. Wait. I now understand why the lockpick gang is so well known and feared. You guys are monsters, right? No problem. Just keep looking human. It's okay. I understand. You can do magic. You don't have a spirit, a monster. I get it. No problem at all. Great.
You do know this. So what about if somebody came from another city, like from the East Coast?
East Coast?
Yeah, we're on the West Coast here, aren't we not?
Yeah, but nobody ever comes from the East Coast. No.
Why not?
It got melted.
The entire East Coast?
Well, a lot of it did. And plus all the other stuff. No, nobody's been heard from in the East Coast for a long time. But yeah, if you guys want to do it, it's
okay.
Great money.
As an aside, do you have any in your studies and research, because you sound like you do more than alchemy, do you have any maps of the known world as it currently stands?
He looks suspicious, like, I don't want to tell you. He goes, I have a little bit, yes. But I mean, of course, the library, if you want to rob them, they have
I mean, no. I don't want it. I just would like to look at one and talk to you about it.
He looks really suspicious, and he says, okay, if you guys are hiring on, we can leave tomorrow morning. You guys have identification and stuff, right?
Yes, we have ID papers.
What I would do then is, if you want, because I would go with the standard thing and put up 500 silvers per person, deposited with the bank, plus a potential bonus. And you'll get that for going on this. If I'm returned alive and well and having achieved my goal, 1,000 silvers per person total.
Okay, so are you covering gear, food, transport?
Yes. Although we're going to be doing a lot of walking.
Okay, but we don't need to worry about obtaining our own food or supplies.
I have a mule.
Okay.
Do you obtain also my alcohol, please?
I'm going to need to buy another mule. I've heard about you.
Yes.
Okay.
you have any special needs or requirements, Tommy?
Like, what do you think I should take with me? What do you think I need?
Yeah, you guys have all your own weapons and stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you need a gun or something, since you guys don't have spirit brand sensor monsters, I can probably get you one for if you decide to go on this. I would give it to you once we get outside the city.
What do you know about gates and interdimensional travel?
Not a lot. I'm really more of a potion maker. Oh, speaking of that, I give you each 2 red, 2 blue for the mission to help keep me alive. Basically, your job would be to keep me alive, happy, and well. And the meal, of course, 2 meals, since one will be actually alcohol will be on both meals, so we'll need to keep them both alive, as well as food, tents.
That is smart thinking.
Thank you. I've heard about her. Yeah.
Are we all right? So, are we going to be going somewhere where we may need weather protection?
There will be some desert travel involved.
Okay, so are you going to be supplying the desert gear, or do we?
I have hats.
Do you have anything better than hats?
I can get plumes put into them. I'm not sure what else is needed for desert gear.
Suntan lotion, sunscreen.
You mean mud and dirt?
No.
No, something that's going to protect us from the sun.
Mud would definitely do that. I can make something that's kind of like mud, but thicker and more viscous and harder to get off. I'll get working on that. You guys want to meet up here tomorrow at around dawn? Well, actually, we get started a bit later tomorrow because we're only making a short hop at first. It'll be like a half day of travel and stuff since we're going to Rose.
Do you have a formal document you wish us to sign to indicate that we've signed on with you?
Well, actually, let me go get the head of the mercenary guild. She will witness it since she's
Sounds
not
good.
going. Okay, great. He appears to be a bit scatterbrained. He says, if you don't mind, could you guys come with me outside of the shop?
Sure.
After you guys clear out the shop, he locks the shop. I'll be right back, he says. And
do we have some lockpicks?
No, we do not. We have not gone anywhere to obtain lockpicks.
We are the lockpick gang.
Yeah, you guys carry no lockpicks. It just strikes me as odd. So
I left 6 sets of lockpicks in the academy in various locations.
Yeah.
Look around.
So hence my question, Tommy, as to if you had a set, because there were several sets in the location where the ninja suit was.
If they were in the duffel bag, Doc would probably have them.
No, they weren't in the bag. They were lying against a wall. So if you look through the window, you won't be able to see them.
Were is the key.
As I said, were. It's all right. I wasn't sure if Rock and Phil had broken them all.
I love just how quick your shit gets stolen by different groups. That is awesome.
No, that's all right.
You want to give me some information as to where you are in case I ever so happen to wake up there again?
Where? What? Sorry.
The lockpicks.
So they were in the academy. There were 4 sets where the bag was, but you would have noticed them if you saw the bag, because they were lying against the wall in plain sight, so that people could see them and use them if needed. They were there for people to use. I'm not blaming. I bought them specifically so that others could make use of them.
He eventually comes back with a very tough-looking black lady who's got some armor, scars, very close-cropped hair, bitter expression. She glares at the woman with no name, goes, "Fuck."
Yes,
That's right.
hi.
You recognize her?
I've heard of her. Right. She says, he mentioned that you guys don't necessarily have spirit pentagrams to help back up your IDs. I can bank the money for it instead of the bank, so you'll actually get money. But if I do that, I'd require that you guys join the Mercenaries Guild. It's either
What about? Sorry, go on.
It's either 100 silver each, or you do a mission for us when you get back.
And what about the safe at the Hilton where we have a suite?
The banking of the money is for his protection to make sure that you guys don't take him into the wilderness, kill him and the 2 people I'm sending with you, and then come back and collect the money. Hence why we leave it with
yep, I understand, a third party, yes.
Good?
Sure.
Do we have an accord?
Sure.
We will,
It will. Why not? It will
She
be
gets a
useful
scribe.
to be. All right. So by doing this, we're now members of the Mercenaries Guild as well, I'm assuming.
Probationary until you're paid up. Whether you pay 100 silver each or do a mission for us is up to you.
Okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not familiar with you. Your name is?
Hold on a second. Her name is Trissa Sutton.
Krista?
Trissa, Trissa.
SSA Sutton.
She looks like the kind of person who is used to fighting all the fucking time. I like you guys, but she has more scars.
The armor she has on, is it sort of like a piecemeal type thing of, as in post-apocalyptic, mix of bulletproof vest and metal?
Football gear, all that shit, yep.
Yep.
I got a package at my door, guys. I got a mail.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay, nice. Okay. Yes, we will sign on to the Merc Guild.
Excellent. Please make a note of it. Yes, more missions. The people who were whining that there wasn't enough shit going on are now getting drowned in it.
All right. Poor Doc. Because if this does do what the great what's his name says, he will be very disappointed not to have participated.
Actually, he's already done it.
Oh, he has? Beautiful.
This is one of the repeatable ones.
Lovely.
Hooray.
Even better. Assistant. Oh. We just need to. No. Right. Once she's done that and gone.
Yeah, documents were drawn up by her scribe and shit.
So a question for you. How do we refer to you, Yundun? You know, the Great, Mr. The?
Oh, you can just call me the Great Yundun, no problem.
The Great Yundun? Okay.
Yandun.
Yundun.
No, Yandun.
Yan, like the food, like the vegetable.
Oh my God, they have yams? I had a food named after me? This is a very exciting time.
Yes. Anyway,
it looks super
I
happy.
understand you pay money for monster parts.
I do. What have you got?
What do you pay for dragon hide?
He looks at you as though you just went. He says, "How much do you have?"
Well,
how
say I had.
Is it a real dragon? Can I see it? Please give it to me now.
The dragon? I don't have the whole dragon on me.
Well, I hope not, he says.
All right, so if I had enough, say, for example, to make weapon handles for 5 swords or daggers.
He looks a little baffled. He goes, I don't know. I would grind it all up into powder and shit. He says, well, that sounds super interesting. Probably 30 silver or something. Yeah.
Okay. Is that all? All right.
Yeah. Well, if I can get a complete troll corpse minus the head, of course. I pay 50 silver for that. Live troll in a cage, I give 200 silver for.
Okay.
I mean,
so because you're supplying gear, you're also supplying armor?
no, I said I'm not supplying any fighting stuff. I'm supplying like tents and I figure
All right,
anything
so-
used to fight the notorious lockpick gang has all that.
Okay, yep. So when
You guys are more than famous. You're infamous.
Yes. I did a good job.
Yes,
with this gang.
I just read what you had to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing is wrong.
What? It's so much fun.
Sorry about that.
Did you, yeah, no worries. Did you just get the killing is wrong card?
Yeah.
Kate?
Yes, she did.
I did.
Oh, she did. Oh, she's fucked. So
Yeah, that's why she has no cards.
Yeah.
cool.
All right, so we need to obtain our own armor. Nice, we shall do that before meeting up here tomorrow. Now, that map you mentioned you had, could I have a look at it?
Going out of town, I will show it to you, he says.
But it's here. Assumably, you're not going to be taking it with you.
Well, of course I'm going to take it with me. That way we can find out where we're going.
Yeah, I don't want to look at the map of the local area. I wanted to look at more of a world map.
I don't have like a full world map. I've got the map of the area we're going to.
Yeah, no, I'm interested in a map of the world as it is known today.
Oh. Yeah.
You don't have that. Okay, that's right.
Okay.
I go
Looks
a little,
relieved.
I got a little closer to him. Look at him.
Give me an intimidate roll as you are creepy as fuck.
Yes.
He looks like he's ready to fucking run away. He says.
Are you sure
Okay.
you don't have the map?
He pulls something out of his pocket and hands it to you. It's essentially a hand-drawn map, and it says San Angeles to Rose Crown through Valley of Bones to Bernardino, through Giant Pass to Victorville, to Barstow, to Ludlow, to Needles. It doesn't make any sense to you, really, and it doesn't appear to have a nifty globe on it or anything.
Okay.
That's it, he says.
You can keep it.
Have it with my compliments.
So this is where we're going. Okay, all right.
He looks like he's ready to start crying, and he doesn't know what he's gotten himself into.
Don't worry, we will take care of you.
Oh God!
going?
He says, "Please no."
Look. No, there's not going to be any.
chemical to die.
There's not going to be any swamps involved. It's okay.
He looks confused.
Are you giving the gentleman his map back?
I give him his map back.
Thank you.
He
All
looks like confused.
Before it gets dark, we need to go and obtain some armor for this journey so that we are going to be better equipped to help you out.
Well, keep in mind the desert is really hot. So
I know,
wearing armor
so-
there will be really
I know.
melty.
Yes, that's
Okay.
the intent is that in the desert we won't wear the armor.
It's mostly desert we're going to be going through after the Valley of Bones.
Oh,
Once
is
we
it?
get through Giant Pass, yeah, it's the majority of the trip.
Oh, okay. That will be annoying.
Okay. I'm going to go now somewhere
Okay.
else. I'll meet
Okay.
you guys. I'll tell you what, let's just actually we should meet at the gate, shouldn't we? Because you might be wanted in town. So
No, we're not wanted in town.
he looks unconvinced.
So the city gate in this quarter or the city gate elsewhere?
He says, let's see, let's go for the Eastern City Gate.
The eastern city gate.
I'm looking for it too.
Is there an eastern city gate?
I have no idea.
This is the alchemist we're talking to.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Great Yam Dune.
Oh, you've got maybe the gate in the Sprigham district.
Sounds good. Let me look at it.
Well,
Here.
the gate, the city gate in the Lower East Side where we are would be considered one of the east gates.
Perfect.
That's what I'm saying. So yes. So the
we'll
gate
meet over
in the
there.
right. The way to Pasadena. So does Pasadena have No, don't worry.
Looks confused.
I was just curious if Pasadena
I've
also
never
had
heard
the
of
whole.
Pasadena, he says.
But the way to Pasadena is by the city gate. Apparently, I heard.
Oh. Oh, he thinks about it and he says, oh, Pasadena was renamed Rose Crown.
Ah, so one of our destinations.
That's our first destination. Tomorrow's the easy trip.
Okay.
It's to help get us limbered up for the stuff to come. But we're going to need to meet specifically at that gate right over there.
Yes.
Around 10-ish.
Okay.
Yeah? Great.
Okay.
So we have enough time to get drunk.
Yes.
I'm going now. He leaves.
Okay. All right.
Pete,
So-
please look up and mark off enough alcohol to get her really drunk.
Before we do that,
Oh, she's trying to escape right now toward
yeah,
alcohol.
before we do that, Mildred,
Okay.
did we want to get some gear that will make our survivability higher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some cloaks.
But
So-
do we want to? Yeah. From where?
Well, we have access to Night City. We have access to Red Carpet.
Yeah. We can. Yeah.
Go there and buy some gear that will help us in the desert and in the non-desert.
I was going to say, you guys have access to an alarming amount of shit.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting my dragon skin duster to wear, but if we're going to be traveling mainly through desert, I'm not going to worry about it.
So yeah.
I was just thinking potentially if we go get ourselves something we can use, basically armor,
Mm-hmm.
give ourselves a little bit of protection.
Yeah.
And also maybe buy some, potentially if we go to, well, that's the thing, I don't even know if sunblock works in this world. We could go buy ourselves some sunblock.
Yeah. Something like that.
Give ourselves a little bit of protection from the desert, maybe some gear that will help us in some desert gear.
Yeah.
Tell you what, in order to make it a little shorter, figure out what you want. Tell me which zone you're going to buy it in. Then mark off a bunch of money for stuff. Try to get, keep in mind, you will be able to place a lot of your gear on a mule, so you don't actually, unless the mule gets lost, in which case that gear will go the fuck away. Try to speed through that so we can get to the actual doing shit.
So, Tommy, you said that you were a bit of a survivalist. Did you have any knowledge of desert survival?
Well, as long as we have some some meals, some water canteens, maybe some cloaks to put over us, like light colored clothing. Maybe some sunglasses for everybody. God forbid if there's if the sand starts kicking up.
Yeah, good idea. Maybe some face protection, some just for the sand, as you're saying, for sandstorms and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Which zone did you want to take them to buy gear, by the way?
We'll go to Red Carpet because we've got more easily accessible funds there.
Yeah. Well, in the Crapsack Cyberpunk one, you'd have to do missions to get more gear because I don't think anybody has much money there.
No.
Although they definitely have the best gear that you have access to.
Yeah.
You just have no money.
Depending on the nature of the gear, whether or not it'll still work here.
Right. That isn't our problem. So, make a list of anything you want. All the shit that he said sounds like very reasonable gear to me.
Yep.
MREs, you can get enough for, well, you're not sure how long the trip is. Nobody thought to ask. And dude.
Well, he said he was taking care of food.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking you're survival expert there. He has got. By the way, John, under your skills, survival, it has it says survival and it has a blank line after it. What do you have filled in the blank line?
I just have wilderness.
Okay, you'll want to be specific on the terrain type, because in general, survival is survival. You know, you need the big three to survive, but Arctic survival is different than woodland survival, different than desert survival. So you want to specify what kind of survival you've got.
Okay. So okay, I got you.
Yeah, wilderness is a bit general. That could be an
Right,
alien
kind of
planet
vague.
survival there. You're in their wilderness.
Okay.
So yeah, figure out what kind of survival you'd like. I don't care. It's whatever you're up for.
Okay.
Just let me know what you specify. I always suggest either Arctic or desert, because once you get in the woods, then you have animals you can go kill and shit like that. It's a lot easier in the woods than it is in one of the two extremes.
Well, if the kindness of the GM here, would it be just in this case scenario?
Pardon?
I said in the kindness of the GM. Would it be okay to just write down to the desert since that's where we're heading, or
would it be okay to write down what? I'm sorry.
Make it desert.
Yeah. Oh, fine. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. You want to have desert survival? That's great. Yeah, desert survival all about water, and shade, and then food. Because you can go weeks without food. I could probably go a year or two without eating because I'm a fat fuck. But if only it worked like that. Yeah. So pretty much water and possibly water purification shit is what you're after. All that stuff, super easy to get. And basically, they take you to modern day San Angeles City, and you guys go on a shopping spree. Joshua McKay has a couple credit cards he's working on maxing. Do you have Mildred's credit cards too, Joshua, or no?
Yep.
Got it. He's got 4 different credit cards, and he's like using them for her, and they're looking at her going, "You're Mildred Baumgartner," and he's like, "That's her," and they're like, but you guys are basically in Hollywood area, and so they are not at all surprised to see some guy shopping for a girl who's like, "I refuse to touch money because it's LA." Shit like this happens.
Is there anything particular you want, Tommy, that you currently don't have? I don't know if you got any skills in melee weapons, for example, and you don't have a said melee weapon.
Yeah, I don't have. I could use some. All I have right now is the. I'm good at rifles and pistols, a shotgun, knives, swords.
Okay. So rifles, pistols, and shotguns, gunpowder or gun cotton doesn't work in where we're going to be.
Yeah, and I do have knives and sword. I'm somewhat okay with knives and swords.
All right, so we can get decent knives and sword. Yeah, we'll go get some decent knife and sword for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, the newspapers and stuff, actually they don't have newspapers here. The building projections of news, the big debate on Batman, is he good? Is he bad? Exclusive interview, 9 p.m. tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, apparently they get an interview with Batman. And it also shows like the Caped Crusader with like 2 machine guns.
I promised Batman that I would show Shotgun Joker where his flat is.
Did you? Okay.
I can't believe it was so slick the way that she became Batgirl too, because Chris brought her there and he's like, "I can't believe, why would you bring her to a secret lair?" And he's like, "It's Batgirl," and he's like, "Oh, all right." I was like, "That's just fucking brilliant."
Yeah, but the problem is, Mildred, he would potentially, if he's some loon and he thinks I'm actually the Joker, he might attempt to kill me.
Yeah.
It's a loon. This is well publicized. Why would you say if? Just looking at the fucking picture.
I know. But yes. So if for some silly reason you told him that you called someone the Joker, some crazy guy who thinks he's Batman, then yes, of course he will want to meet me, and then try and kill me.
Well,
Giving Yana a card for trying to lure Pete to the lair, giving Pete a card for not being lured to the lair. Yeah, so apparently there's even more shit going on in this place, Tommy, that you are unaware of, and that they have like gone, and moved on, and you're just doing a shopping trip. That's all.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we'll pick up supplies, including a dagger and sword for Tommy.
You get good quality steel, good quality daggers. This is fucking easy as shit. The guy in the dagger place, he's like Joshua McKay, and they're fist bumping and stuff. And he goes, "Hey, I got some new cookeries in." Pulls out these big fucking bent knives, and McKay's like, "Ooh, look at these," you know. So yeah,
Nice. All right. So we might as well get some. That's probably going to be potentially handy. Oh, you've got the silk rope. You said you've got the rope, didn't you, Tommy?
Yes.
Lovely. So don't need to worry about getting the silk rope because you've got it. Replacing that. Just trying to think if there'd be anything. Was there any other? Yeah, and we'll get some stuff that we can wear for protection.
Canteens. Yeah.
you guys get the latest in water storage and retrieval and purification. You get smart straws and shit like that, so you can literally suck water out of a fucking sewage thing and have it come out clean, but probably tasting like shit on the other end. Yeah, no problem.
What was I going to say? Yeah, and yeah, the goggles and glasses and face filter, so that if we're in a desert storm, we're not going to choke to death. Protect us from this, yeah, and proper head.
How about any tent or anything for nighttime, or God forbid, need to rest, or maybe some tents?
Yeah.
You guys pick up ultra modern tent, well, modern for now tents and all that shit. Sure, no worries.
Sleeping bags as well.
Yeah.
Ones that it can
handle. You guys get geared the fuck up.
Compasses.
Yep. And some
compasses. Yes, take a card for compass. There, John. Nobody ever thinks of fucking compass.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys are wearing? I haven't heard any. I've heard one unusual, clever thing. Anything else?
Don't know if they work or not. Waterproof matches, because I've got no idea if they work.
That's a good question. You take those, sure.
Yeah. I don't know if a Zippo would. No, I don't think a Zippo would work from memory.
Yeah.
I've got the Leatherman. What else? Yeah, and as I said, yeah, we'll get some armor. Something lightweight that we can, worst comes to worst, put on the animals.
The best armor you can get, and they have this in real life, something called butcher's chain. It's made of aluminum. It is more effective, or as effective as regular chainmail, like against piercing. Against bludgeoning, all armor is pretty much fucked, but since the game is super simple, it works the same as plate. But it's so lightweight, you can literally lift it with your pinky, as opposed to actual chainmail, which is grunt and lift.
Yes, I was the one that got it in the first place, Logan.
You think maybe some extra rope or something, if we don't have anything to tie the animals down, we can anchor it to the ground or something like that?
You guys can get basically cord and then the climbing things. Clamps. Basically, you can't climb it with your bare hands, but you have like little clamp things that you slide along it.
Yeah, and gloves as well. Decent gloves.
And gloves, sure. But yeah, the clamps are awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, because even with gloves and no clamps, you couldn't climb the cord. It's just too goddamn thin. But it's strong enough. It's weighted for more weight than you three and a donkey can put on it. Just in case you felt like hanging one of the donkeys to death or something. Which, Yana might.
But it's
Yes.
alcohol. It has alcohol on it, so I'm careful.
Yeah. That
Was
that
there
was the
any?
idea.
Was there anything else you wanted, Tommy? Any other personal gear that you currently don't have that you would like to get hold of?
I think pretty much what we covered.
No, actually, do we even know if flint and steel works in that world?
Good question.
There is one other place we will go to in Red Carpet Land.
Carry on. I'm trying to get you onto the adventure.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Mildred, what
Yes.
alcohol do you want? Keeping in mind that you've got to carry it.
She is pretty strong.
I know.
Let's do
And
whiskey.
when we get to the desert, it's gonna dehydrate you.
Oh yeah.
That's not a problem, surely.
Actually, do you know what a camel pack is, Yana?
Camel pack?
Or
Yeah.
camel bag or whatever. It's basically it's like a backpack, but it's just for liquid, and then it has a zippy straw thing that clips here, and then you take it off and stick it in your mouth.
Yes.
Best thing for alcohol ever.
Let's do that. I will die in the desert of dehydration.
Something to look forward to.
Yes.
You
Please.
see, John, this is part of my GMing strategy is I'll bring up like shit going on in high level politics, and I'll distract the fuck out of the PCs with smaller plots that seem really good. That way they leave the nobility alone.